Don't worry, I won't post this on on the web, but I'm so excited to see everybody. And this is definitely going to be a collaboration because all of you are such rock stars. Let me let Dominique in real quick. We'll see. There's Dominique. Hello. Hi, Dominique. Hello, hello. This is so great. If nothing else came out of this and we all connected, that would be amazing, right? But I want to just jump in and I wanted to share my vision of this. And then, of course, it's a collaboration and I never even expected it to be what an amazing collaboration. So I feel like what a gift that all of you said, yeah, I'd like to join and do this. My thought process behind this, hey, Clara, so glad you're here. I'm recording so we can share this with anybody who couldn't see it. But my thought process behind this, by the way, I'm Polly Brothers. I know all of you know me, except I can't remember if I've ever met Buffy, but was just to really that I don't know how y'all have been feeling, but I know that we've all kind of talked about the sort of in general, the energy and what's kind of going on and all of that. And I had this moment of clarity, I call it, the other day where I was like, okay, you know what? If I only have one or two people over here that I'm trying to work with and I don't have the energy, then maybe we can all band together and create the energy. Because I really think I was talking with a budding district manager before this about getting on tomorrow. And she said, yes, yay. And I really think that that's what's missing is the energy. I don't think it's not that we all know what to do. So I don't think it's that. And I definitely know that we're all coming from different teams. And so I don't envision this being like, hey, let me tell you how to reach out to somebody, or hey, let me tell you, not that, but more about, hey, let's do this together. Let's go together. Let's get the energy. So I had just a couple of quick things that I was going to share with you guys about what I kind of envision for tomorrow. I definitely want us to decide, do we want GroupMe or Voxer or whatever you guys want to do, WhatsApp, I don't care, I use them all on communication because I know a group text is disgusting. We all hate that and it's ding, ding, ding. Not for me, I turn all the dings off, have no dings, no dings in my life. I have some dingies, but no dings. But anyway, my vision for this, I have set up a boards for you to all share with the people that decide they want to do this with us and for us. And my vision was tomorrow to really kind of celebrate them, to say, hey, oh my gosh, this is amazing that you are doing this. This is your first step in you know, promoting and learning how to help other people promote in Arbonne. So we're cheering you on. We're so excited for you. You have all these VPs and AMs who are cheering you on. But we just want to help you focus on getting this done in October and November, or maybe just in October. And so we want to help you with a few simple things because it has to be simple. Number one is their mindset is what I'm thinking. And I have on our board for DM, I have mindset as a tab. I went ahead and put in our Saturday skills training some more from our team. Y'all feel free to add or to send to me and I'll add, because I don't think everybody can add to boards. I'm not sure. So that's number one, is their mindset is in my mind. They need to have that as their thing and they need to understand the numbers. So I thought I can, or somebody else tomorrow, feel free to volunteer. If you want to just share like, hey, it's of course 6,000 over 2 months or 7,500 over 3. We're going for 6,000 over 2, right? Mm-hmm. I heard through the grapevine and so y'all might know, right, that 3,500 to district tomorrow. Okay, so everybody knows that in October.
Awesome.
Well,
I didn't know that. How do you guys know this?
Well, Paola told me. So Paola, if you're watching this, sorry, but I'm just spilling things here. Nobody go tell, but apparently some of you knew already. So it might end up that we have lots of promotions in October. That's my hope. And that's of course, what we want. Sorry, let me let Michaela in. Anyway, all that said, I thought and I break down numbers for people. Hey, Michaela, we're so glad you're here. We are recording. I break down numbers for people personally in terms of sets to make it simple for them to understand. So whether they want to do derm results or 30-day or healthy habits or whatever, that's what I share with them so they understand it. Is that what you guys do? So I thought we could break down numbers tomorrow real quick, just a quick, hey, just in case anybody doesn't understand, this is how we do it. And this is our goal. And if you break that up in, like, say 30-day sets, that's 2 a week if they're going for 8 a month. So again, that can be something that, we can talk about after. But I thought numbers, know your numbers. So I have a tab for that in boards. I thought mindset. I had a tab that I thought we could put everybody in and their information so that they can connect as well, because it's really about that. And then just ideas. We can have a weekly focus, whatever you guys think, that's what the collaboration is for. But more than anything, it's about you guys. We are all going together. No man left behind. Let's do this. So that's my vision. Now I'm opening it up to hear what you guys think about it, share, what can we add, take away, whatever.
Are you thinking of doing like a weekly Zoom or no?
I was thinking of a weekly Zoom, and my thought, and that's open for discussion, whatever you guys think, but like a half an hour, nothing more than a half an hour, weekly Zoom, 20-30 minutes. And that can also be a different time than the Saturday. And like, this is completely what you guys think. I thought a weekly Zoom would be good because they need to connect personally. I think that's like, I was talking to the girl, Allison's her name, should be on tomorrow. And she's been going and going and going for it. And y'all, honestly, the energy is what's missing in our team. And so that's why I decided, hey, what if we did this together? So what do y'all think about
I was thinking of like that Zoom that you want to do. It could be like the win of the week, and everybody can share, what worked for them that week and give like a concrete example so that, others maybe can take away from it without having it be like I don't know. It could just be like, just like you want energy, right? So it could just be that. It could just be people bringing in what worked for them that week. What did they do? What are they proud of? And I think it just kind of like helps other people also.
I love that. I think that's excellent. And that's exactly it. I think you guys will be working one-on-one with your people. We know what to do. Oh, Buffy, you had a question. Sorry. I see your hand.
Oh, no, that's okay. Hi, everybody. I am just in the process of getting my son to school. But I just wanted to ask one thing. The gals, the majority of the gals that are coming on tomorrow, they're already districts.
Okay.
Sometimes they maintain, sometimes they don't. But I do see this really for myself too, is like a really great refresher on how to support someone else getting to district, because that's what's missing for them is they haven't supported anyone, they haven't promoted anyone. So even though they promoted, it's going to be a great refresher for them to, I'm intending that they get inspired to, build their team. And also, if we could just mention something for people who are already districts, like let's bonus the district.
Okay.
So if we could maybe mention that as well as people who are promoting to district, that would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah. And Buffy, I had somebody else ask that about adding people who were already at district, but maybe not maintaining or not sponsoring. So yeah, Marilyn, go.
Yeah, what I told my districts is that, we all, because I'm going to do this as well. I want to focus on growing and becoming a district again next month. And the more we do that individually, that's building a good, strong, stable business instead of big district and just sitting back, getting to area and sitting back, just always going for district. And that's what I've been just sharing with those guys.
I love it. I love it.
So are we thinking 3,500? Are we gonna, because when everybody finds out tomorrow, so we're gonna go for 3,500 in October. Great. And if people do 3,500, and I'd like to think that everybody can do that. I was almost tempted to say, you know, that but I don't think we can, but I'll just share my thought, was this is 3,500 or bust. You are going to do 3,500 or you are walking away. But I know we can't say that. But, you know, because it's when the stakes are that high that you do it. It's the no stakes is the problem right now. We're all just kind of floating around and there are no stakes.
Yeah.
So, but I know we can't say that. And I don't think it's a good idea, but that's always in the mindset piece that I'm thinking about. Like, why are we always letting ourselves off the hook? And that's, you know, maybe that's a question for a therapist, but you know, what's going to be different about it this time? And I think that's what they're looking for too, is everybody is used to setting goals and not reaching them. And over time, and especially all in this last year in particular, what's the thing that's going to be different? How can we help ourselves and them show up in a way where quitting on themselves is not an option?
I have to interject here. You know, I think I know that the people that are coming that are going to be doing this have been in Arbonne for quite some time. They're not newbies. And it's almost like they're blasé and they don't really believe that it can be done, because they've set out that goal before and it's never happened and they're, you know, whatever. So all this to say is, I think we absolutely need to help them kind of go out on that skinny branch and make a list, like start from scratch again. Like, what would you do if you were to start over your business today? You're starting your new consultant. What would you do? Forget the cold reach outs, forget the people that you have never spoken to. Like, go back to the people that you spoke to 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 2 years ago. Like, make a new list and then believe, like, act as if you are, like, you have the best freaking gift on the earth and you want to share that with those people, you know? Because I have a feeling that people are just so like, okay, I'll do my 5 reach outs a day, I'll do this, but nothing's working. Fuck. Like, you know?
You know, it's so good that you say that, Nada, because yesterday, Linda Blum Huntington said to us in our VP squad, stop running your business. And hold on, I wrote it down. It was really good. I'm so sorry. I don't know where I wrote it down. But she was saying, stop acting like you're, go out and remember what it's like to start an Arbonne business, not run $1 million business. As us VPs, I thought, isn't that interesting?
Clara, you had something.
Yeah. So I'm a very structured person. And I think we need, and this could be in place already, but we need to make this really simple. There's a lot of great ideas happening here, but, you know, to everyone's point, there's going to be districts, there's going to be new people starting, and people, you know, we have to start really simple. So from a structure standpoint, and I can help with this since I love this part, is like, we need a daily method sheet. I know they've been doing it many times, but that's what they need. Like, we need to give them some structure. Because if we don't, they're not going to focus. And, you know, I don't know if you guys were on the mindset call last night, we're on the close call last night, but they're starting, a bunch of NVPs are starting a 9 o'clock mindset. So to Nada's point, you know, that could be one of the requirements. And if you can't go to the 9 o'clock, then listen to the recording every night. It's going to be half an hour and it's going to be working on your mindset. So it's like the mindset and the mechanics have to be there for them, or, you know, I'm afraid we're not going to be all synced up.
Clara, can you send me the links for that and I'll put it in the mindset tab?
Sure. I don't have it yet. they're gonna start at 9 a.m. On Monday.
Okay,
I
So
don't
every
have,
day, Clara? Every day at 9 a.m.?
they're gonna do it for the next 90 days.
A
Wow.
Zoom?
wow.
Is
This
it
is
Zoom?
great though. That's because my thought was they need mindset first and it needs to be every single day. Because I believe mindset is trumps everything if you think you can or you think you
I
can't.
agree.
you're
I
right.
agree. So just going back to the structure,
Yeah.
I mean, my feeling is that there should be some type of requirements. And maybe that's not the right word, but then,
No,
Steph
I
was
think-
talking about this, like the whole bus thing, rather than bus, she has a good point. It's almost like these are your, list of tasks just to
Yeah.
give them direction. Because again, it's like, right, we've all done this, but if there's just more structure, I think they'll be closer to hitting their goals.
Yeah.
Should we have
Um,
a Facebook group or keep it just on a thread?
So whatever y'all want to do on that, I'm open and I'm happy to do it and start it and run it. I love the dash to DM document. Marilyn, I think that's you that said that. If you can share that.
I think honestly, we have a lot of Facebook groups. Like we each all have a Facebook group, and now to add a new one,
Mm.
I think a Voxer or something that they can, just kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like a group
It's
is
too much.
too much. Yeah.
Well,
With-
I like the group idea because if they're not tuning in at 9 o'clock on Monday, we can actually organize it for them. So they go to one place, right?
To find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can create units where they're, where they're actually going to and finding like the mindset recordings rather than texting us individually asking, oh, do you have the recording? Oh, do you have the recording? And then our, thing keeps on going off.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is, and maybe it's not, and my mindset about this is a short-term thing, but maybe we do it. And I mean, gosh, this is so great. We have so many great minds here. So maybe we do it. My vision is we do it and we see massive results. We see all these DMs promote and then we redo it. Just like you see, like, okay, maybe we do a 90-day thing or, 60-day DM and we redo it in January, whatever. But yeah, to the top Tuesdays, that's something that Bethany still does on Voxer, which is great. I think Voxer unfortunately is great, but it's mostly for talking. You can't really organize it yet. WhatsApp's the same way, can't really organize it. So, I mean, Boards is great. We can have the link to Boards. Boards is just something great that they'll have the access to on their phone for whatever. But I know it is another group, but maybe we pin it to our groups for just a short while,
Well, WhatsApp, you can actually kind of filter with pictures and links. You can do that in WhatsApp, just FYI. I mean, if you guys want to go with the Facebook group, that's fine. But WhatsApp, like whenever you're sharing a link or whatever, you can actually go and check out those links. But
yeah, that's true.
But Facebook's fine. I mean, everybody knows Facebook too. So everybody's on Facebook as well. So Facebook's fine.
Yeah.
It's just fun kind of sometimes to go in and just read all of the thing, but that's fine. Facebook is good. We can do that.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, Facebook, one thing I like about it is the featured at the top to be able to say, like, have the featured things in order,
Mhm.
maybe we have a welcome day, whatever, but, and then we can just have those units and that kind of thing. So back to the point of what you said, Clara, about, organization and the to-do. This was the part where I really need y'all's advice and help or whatever we can all decide, because the quote to do or the requirements or whatever we want to call them, we can say, here's the numbers.
Right.
And I love the wins. I love that, like having that get together for the wins, because I think that's really it. It is so much about just energy and excitement and cheering each other on. What are those requirements? What do we want to give them? Like, I think you have to listen to your mindset every day. Got to do that. It's non-negotiable. Number 2.
daily
they-
method of success, like whatever, the tracking mechanism. And, I actually have a group where people post theirs. Because then there's accountability. So in the Facebook group, you can actually say, post your accountability sheet, even if it's not complete.
Yeah, I feel like for tomorrow, one of the things I was thinking though is, to me personally, if I don't have anything booked in my month, like if they don't have their month booked, that has to be, and yes, that's part of daily method of success, but it's almost like they need a push. If they're not, does that make sense, you guys? Like for me and my business, if I am like just blah, 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 blah. But if I'm getting restarted, like I think Nadia, you said, like make a list, or like you're restarting your business. If I'm restarting, I've got a little more of a push than that DMS. Maybe that's something we do have them in the background going to after week 1 or something. But
Well, it could be like a homework thing tomorrow. Like this is, if you want in, this is what you need to do. You need to listen to the mindset at 9 a.m. If you can't 9 a.m., then you got to listen to it, during the day at some point. It's a must.
Yeah.
You got to redo your list. Like take a brand new paper and go through your phone and your Facebook. Take like, whatever time you need this weekend to redo your list. Like people that you are going to communicate, contact, and re-ask again. That could be a homework for them, and so
Yeah.
on. So
yeah,
What if you made like accountability buddies? Since it can kind of be sometimes a little scary to like share your DMS sheet or something in a group thread, especially if you haven't completed it or something. What if everybody who commits also kind of has a little bit extra buy-in for their own personal activity? Like they say, I'm committing to this group or whatever, and then we can just do a random draw and create accountability buddies that then they just text each day. I don't know, because I'm kind of thinking that would maybe also create like cultivate some good friendships and cultivate a little bit more confidence for people to participate, because then they're sending something daily to a buddy in terms of activity tracking.
I like that. And it brings them up to leadership a little bit more than just like, we're not their boss. So it's like, they're not, reporting to us. They're just, have that accountability between themselves. I think those are all excellent ideas. And I
Mhm.
think we do have to remember that, yes, it has to stay simple. So I feel like if we did do y'all think we should run through numbers tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody
We
want to
also need
volunteer to
to-
do that?
I think people need to also sit down on Sundays, and when are they like blocking out Arbonne hours, Arbonne business hours, right? Like it's great to say, okay, I'm going to do my reach outs, but when are you going to be doing your reach outs? Like for the next 60 days, you have to really treat your business as a part-time job. Like if you're in the group, then that's what needs to be done. So that's part of your homework, is every Sunday night you have to look at your schedule for the next week. If you got to shuffle things around, you shuffle things around. But how many hours are you willing to put into your business? What are those hours, and what are you going to be doing in that specific time frame? Are you going to be doing follow-ups, asks? Like what kind of asks? Like what are you doing in that time frame? Like for structure, I think a lot of people need that structure. Like they'll, a lot of people say, oh yeah, I work my business, but what are you doing? So
Right.
so that's like
Right.
those are the kind of like things that you need to be doing as homework every single weekend before your week starts, so that when you are going to be doing your half hour Arbonne business, what you're doing in that specific time frame, and not wasting 20 minutes trying to find people to connect with.
Yeah. I like that. Because to be honest, I did want to have some sort of accountability or some sort of that kind of thing, because we're giving our time and I expect them to give their time. Like that's how I am. I don't anymore. I don't like keep bugging somebody that's not doing the do. I'm sure y'all are all the same. Like it's a two-way street. We're not there as their boss, but we are there. Like we're locking arms. So
Yeah.
there has to be buy-in. you know, and their reward is getting to district. And I think in sharing the numbers, it's important also to say, hey, here's what's going to happen if you get there. Look at your paycheck, you know, the minimum is going to be this, and look at the, and then just think about, you set that goal and you reached it. Maybe they set their own little special thing that they do for themselves for hitting that goal, whatever that is too. But so these are great. And I think I've got mindset 9 a.m. I can come up with a little sheet, and then I'll start a group, and then I'll let you guys, or, you know, send you that sheet and let you look at it and see what you think, if you want to add, take away anything.
I think for the, sorry, I think for, I just popped into my mind, like, I think for the accountability, we can create a messenger or whatever kind of group with the people that have said yes in our teams. And basically we, you know, that's what they need to do, is like, you know, I listened to the 9 a.m. check, like I scheduled my whatever check, I did my IPA, whatever. Like, it could be an accountability with like those people that are doing it. Doesn't have to be with like another person or whatever.
It's interesting. I see both of those scenarios working. And you know what Brigitte was suggesting, of it's in a hat, it's a random accountability partner, and doing it in a thread with our individual teams. I find that accountability partners in my success line, because in this case they are totally following their leader, I back off from that. I totally back off. And when I'm not a good partner, because I will always say, it's okay, it's life, you know, and I know that does not serve me well, and it has not.
Well, why don't we just leave it up to each leader then? Like, you know,
Yeah.
we can, you know, we can do a, like, I mean, we can even leave it up to the person, like, do you want to be paired, or like, we can just talk to our individual people that are coming. Do you want to be paired with someone random, or would you rather, you know, do this as a group with the, like, for me, I'm just thinking I've got 3 girls right now that are interested. So why don't we just do this at 4, you know, so.
Okay. Let me ask you guys one more thing. And I know it'll be a little bit of a work in progress. Do we want the weekly Zooms? We do want that, right? And when is good for everybody? I mean, I know that's going to be like so hard, but
I think a lunchtime one would be good.
But a lunchtime
one?
Okay.
Lunchtime for you is 9 o'clock for us.
Oh, damn. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. And people are at work.
Yeah.
So
no, that's not good. It's just that we have so many things at night, you know?
I know. Saturday morning, no.
Saturday morning, a possibility for people? What time is the skills thing on Saturday mornings? We're invited to that, Polly, or we're watching the recordings? I see it in the mindset.
I have it in there right now. You could hop on it if you wanted to. That's at 9:30 Central. It's what Jody Whittemore does. She's our sideline. So she's direct to Julie Newcomb. We're under Susan McCannon. But you could, or it's just, I just put it in there because I was like mindset. But like Clara said, we've also got that now, that 9 a.m. thing. So I kind of just thought that could be a resource. I try to get on that if I can. So that's why I was saying 10, but I'm flexible. Like I thought, well, if it's 10 a.m. Central, that's 11 or 9, right? 9 Pacific, 10, but it's not always.
What are we talking about?
Like for us to Zoom together on a Saturday.
No, but what were you talking about, the mindset thing? And then Lisa Voorhees' team does one as well.
Yeah, I just put in mindset a tab and put that as a resource, our Saturday skills training, because it's a s'more and there's so many recordings, and there's so many recordings specifically on mindset in there. So like if somebody just, you know, I know but then I didn't know about what Clara said, the 9 a.m. thing that's starting Monday, which is amazing. but maybe we can, just have, I know we don't want it to be too many resources because then it's overwhelming and people are like, well, what do I listen to? So I can always
Yeah.
take that some more out and we can just do the 9 a.m.
We don't want
know.
them also thinking that because they're listening to all of these bunch of things that they're actually working their business, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They just
mean-
need to do one thing though. They need to do something.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, even if you're like, I have a girl that is gonna do this with us, she will never be on, if we do Saturday mornings, she will never be on live on the Zoom ever because she runs a barn. And nobody that runs a barn is on Saturday morning but
Right.
she's cleaning stalls and listening. Like yesterday, she was like, I send it to me, I'm cleaning stalls, I can listen to anything while I'm cleaning stalls, so she's interested,
think-
she wants to do it.
I think what Clara just posted here in the chat makes sense. Whereas if we're gonna have a Facebook group, why don't we just have the Facebook group as like, where people share their wins, share their, and that doesn't stop us from one of us, let's say, popping on their live and, or even people popping on their live and sharing their wins. Like it could just be
Okay.
that instead of having another Zoom,
Okay, yeah, totally up.
I
totally up for
I
that.
think that's a great idea. I actually, excuse me, have my region training is every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. So it's just a lot of
Yeah.
calls.
Yeah. Okay, and that sounds great to me too. And we'll be working individually with these people as well, because, whoever you're doing this with. So that sounds great. This is why we do this together, because however many heads are better than my than my
And
one little redhead.
You're
Polly.
beautiful redhead. I love, Clara, what you're saying here of using the Facebook group. And I think, I think maybe that's the simplest and the smartest way
Great.
to get people. So it's more, it's in a way, it's less, you're less judged, because it's more public in a way. I think it's actually better.
And
We can get
Stephanie,
on
I'm
and go-
thinking, not like they could pop on, but it's a requirement every week, pop on and share your wins.
Yeah.
I like that, Buffy.
And it's a really good, like, let's say somebody doesn't have one or they don't feel like they have one. This is training on, okay, you got to generate yourself. Like, even if it was the littlest thing, you can't get
Yeah.
on and go, I don't have, no, you get on and go, okay, this is what I did. And it was awesome.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that. Okay, this is so good. I know that it's closed day. I don't want to keep everybody too long. Do we feel like we have a good idea? And I'll recap for everyone, and I'll start the group. And do we feel like we have a good idea of what we're doing? Facebook
And we are
group?
doing the DMS, right? We're going to do the DMS.
Yes, but do we want to have the call, since we've already told them, tomorrow as a kickoff call?
Yeah, I think we need a kickoff call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that will be at 10 a.m. Central, is that correct? And that's 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 Eastern. And that way we can then just kick it off and go through the numbers. Does anybody want to volunteer to do numbers? I'm happy to, but if anybody else wants to volunteer, I'm totally down with that as well. Okay.
Clara, do you want to? Because you're the number girl.
Well, I mean, I like this. I mean, I'll do the structure part of it. Like, what are the, like requirements? And I'm going to think of a different word for that.
Okay.
Call
but-
to actions, maybe.
I would
Yeah.
do it, but I've got my 2-year-old grandson with me tomorrow, so I'll be listening and having him play, but I don't want, who knows what we'll get to do.
I can do it. I don't mind at all. I actually love numbers, but I just want you guys to feel free to jump in if you don't.
You're
You
great,
love numbers.
Polly.
If you love numbers, then jump in. Okay, so we'll have that. I'll start the group and we'll have our homework. I'm gonna just kind of put that together, and Clara, maybe I send that to you and let you kind of help me with that because you're a good structure.
Yeah, and then maybe set up the WhatsApp group, or I can, whichever is easier.
Did we
Just-
decide on what's
Just for us? No, just for us,
Okay.
not for our people.
Yep.
And then I'd like all of us to sign off on the qualifications because then we're all on the same page. If there's
Perfect.
a disagreement, I wouldn't want to upset anybody. Just keeping it
Love it.
simple.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So my is I'm going to set up the WhatsApp and the Facebook group. Super simple. I can do that. No problem. And I'll send what I think we've come up with to you, Clara, and then we all will sign off on that.
Yep.
And we have our kickoff call tomorrow. I'll do the numbers and then we'll talk about, what the qualifications, like what we're going to do. And we'll just get excited, get everyone excited. Are we
Oh,
good?
and we need somebody, sorry, did I miss that will you be creating the Facebook group? Polly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably will.
Unless somebody else
And
wants to
then-
do it, but I'm happy to.
Buffy, are you going to be on the call?
Yes, I'll be on the call.
Why don't you share your amazing
Yes,
enthusiasm?
can you hear me?
Yeah. Why don't you share your amazing enthusiasm? I mean, you have, in my opinion, the greatest voice, like just such a beautiful, enthusiastic, high energy. Maybe you touch on the mindset stuff, just an idea.
Okay, I can do that. Can you hear me right now?
We can hear
Yes.
you, yeah.
That would be great,
Okay.
Buffy.
Yeah, I can do that. And Clara, just to confirm that 9 a.m. mindset that's going to start, it's going to start tomorrow or on Monday, or when does that
Monday.
start?
Monday, 9:00 Pacific, and it will be for 30 minutes.
And that's, Clara, is that in the Go for Gold?
I don't, oh, is it Dominique? Okay, yeah. I didn't know where they were going to put it, but yes. Thank you,
Awesome.
Dominique. Yeah.
That's great. That's a great idea.
Yeah. And
And when will we have the information for that?
I'm thinking, I don't know, that's a good question. We have to ask our MVPs. But honestly, and I can do this, Polly. I can create a unit in our road to, I'm just thinking of the organization piece because, people get so overwhelmed with all these Facebook groups, Nada, to your point. Maybe I can put the recordings in a unit. I don't mind doing that, just so they're all cataloged rather than them going to the goal.
Go for Gold.
Yeah, like they're going to another group to pick up the mindset. So everything is in one organization, just organized in one group.
I'm
for
not-
them.
Oh, okay. Oh, if they're on Zoom, then I don't know if they drop. I don't know if there'll be a link. If there's a link, that's great. You can do that. But if there's no link, you'll
can
have a
do it.
hard time.
Yeah, I actually know how to grab Facebook videos and actually put it into a Vimeo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's
Very
an
nice.
app for it.
Do we need a boards as well, or do we just want to give them the Facebook group? Because it's like too much, like I was going to do the boards, but if we're going to do the group and we have units and that's our organization, that might be enough, right?
Yeah, I agree. Because you
Just
could
too
have,
much.
like,
Like, do I go to boards? Do I go to Facebook? So let's just keep it that and we'll move anything to Facebook group.
I like that idea, Polly.
Before we leave, may I find, I know Dominique, I know Polly, and I know Brigida. Where is everybody else from? I'm in Kentucky. I'm just north of Lexington, Kentucky.
Wonderful.
So great to meet you, Marilyn.
Yes.
I'm Canadian. I'm French Canadian, but I live in Los Angeles.
Okay.
But I'm coming to Montreal on Tuesday, Nada.
You are?
Yeah.
Yay!
I love it.
Well, I'm in Montreal, so
Catherine.
I think I'm the only Canadian. Well, that actually is in Canada.
Oh, and Nikki.
Hey,
Nikki's
Miguel,
in
it's
Canada,
true.
too.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello, sorry, I'm just. Hi, I'm
Hi.
in Canada. I'm in Nova Scotia.
Fantastic.
Oh, nice to meet you or see you.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Buffy, and I live in Santa Clarita, which is a little suburb out of Los Angeles.
Fantastic. Thank
And
you,
I'm-
Buffy. I like
and
your
I'm
short
Claire.
hair too.
And I'm Clara, and I live in Palos Verdes, which is a little suburb from Los Angeles too.
On the completely other side.
My
Little
name's Dominique and
Sandy.
I live in Kentucky, about an hour or so away from Maryland. We're sideline sisters.
Oh, wonderful.
Who's your upline? I'm curious, Marilyn and Dominique.
Debbie Napier.
Oh, Debbie Napier. Okay. And Buffy, Clara, Steph.
Claire for me.
Oh, Claire is, you're direct to Claire. Oh,
Yeah.
awesome. And Steph, who's your, oh, it's Morrison, right?
Yeah, Amy Sky.
Amy Sky. And Buffy?
Amy Powers.
Oh, Amy Powers. Cool.
Amy
Michaela,
Powers.
I know who it is. And Polly, who's your upline again?
So my upline, my immediate is Andrea Rominger. She's also an RVP. And then we roll straight to Susan McCannon, who is under Julie Newcomb.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So
I
Nada,
know.
Clara and Buffy and I are all, and you are all in Huntington Nations.
I'm not in Huntington Nation.
Oh, you're not? No, that's right. You're Aldis.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's Aldis and then there's, I'm direct to
Yeah.
Amy Polacco, who's
Yeah.
direct to Aldis. But
Yeah.
Aldis was the nation when I came into Arbonne, like she was my nation.
Right.
That's so
For those,
cool.
about, for those who don't know, Brigitte is Dominique's daughter.
Aw.
Has a little baby as Dominique's first grandchild.
That's so cool.
So great.
And Brigitta is a region?
Brigitte.
Brigitta.
Hi.
Brigitte.
Sorry, he keeps on squirming around a lot. But yeah, my upline's Dominique.
That's so cool. Oh my God. Like that would be my dream to work with my daughter.
I know.
Me too. Me too. Well, you guys, this was amazing. And thank you for taking the time. And I am so excited to work with all of you and all of the people that couldn't be on, but I know that they're listening or watching. And I think we're going to do great things together.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
Thank you,
so
Polly.
much for starting
Polly,
this,
thank you,
Polly.
Steph.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Polly,
you
goodbye.
guys. I mean, I never thought this would be the, but I'm so excited, you know, a moment of clarity.
And Paula's joining us too, right?
Yes, Paula's joining us and I think some others, maybe, I can't remember who else, but Steph, maybe some
Yeah, I
others.
think Kim and Sandy Spinach had to get off the line, but I think
Yeah.
Kim is in, right? Clara and,
Yeah, and
Beth?
Diane's an
Oh,
area.
and Diane Taub.
But
Great.
I mean, I always think Diane's a region. She should be a region. Diane, you're
Yeah.
a region. Okay, so this is great. You guys, thank you so much and
Mm.
happy close. And let's just do this together. And Clara, I'll get with you and send you my notes and we'll figure that out.
Perfect.
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Right.
you so much. Great to
Bye,
meet you, Marilyn and Brigitte.
Bye.
Bye.